What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shen, aka Larry, aka Old Head, watching these shows. Hey, son, gonna be a part of the show later. And we're back once again for the spoiler review for Rings of Power. The Lord of the Ring prequel. And as always, if you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, ding ding, to get all our latest videos. Alright, so I'm a little late for this, but I have a whole bunch of stuff to do. I'm gonna try to run through this real quick. I know the next episode's coming up in a couple of days. So, get my phone for my notes. Oh, by the way, this show is excellent. And I'm loving the old school vibes. Definitely an improvement from The Hobbit. So, let's get into it. So, we start off the episode. Oh, whoops, my bad. Wrong page. Yeah. All right, we start off the episode with Galadriel in the middle of the thundering seas. You know what I'm saying? She's swimming. She's still swimming. Remember, she jumped on the boat as they went into the light. And then she came back up, and then it looked like Sauron fire engulfed them. Okay. Once was peaceful, did not look peaceful when her people went into the light. So she's swimming, you know what I'm saying? And then she's still in there, and people pick her up, and then it goes to Nori investigating the crater. So she goes in and investigate the crater with the with the man who's in the middle of the crater, surrounded by fire. He wakes up, grab her hand, they scream. She's like, "Oh, we got to get him out of here. We can't let anyone find out where this giant," because you know they're hobbits basically, or descendants of the hobbits. So she asks Poppy, her friend, to help her. Of course, her friend agrees, so she goes and get a wheelbarrow and 2 lanterns, and then they carry the person off. I think it's Gandalf. I'm not sure yet. Guess we'll find out later. But he can't speak. You know what I'm saying? He's speaking some language that she doesn't understand, and he's mumbling. So they get him to a safe location where no Harfoot can find him or anyone else can find him. And then, you know, she's trying to talk to him, trying to find out what he's about, whatever. Meanwhile, so now we go to the Southlands where Arondir, the black elf, him and Bronwyn, the lady, the human lady, they ended up in that city that was engulfed in flames. So they're walking through. They don't see anybody. You know what I'm saying? There's no sign of anybody. There's no dead bodies laying around. So you see a town wrecked and burnt down, but no bodies. So they go into a burnt house, and then they look around, and then they see a hole in a tunnel underneath the house. Arondir tells old girl, "Hey, you need to go and dip, head back to the crib, tell all the people to get out, them boys coming. All right? I got to get in this hole and see what's going on and find out why it's a big ass hole down here in the tunnel." So he sends her off. He's about to kiss her, but they don't kiss, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We know what's there. So he goes one direction. She start running back. She's running back to her town, which was supposed to be a day away. Okay, but no, she hauling ass. So then we zoom out and go across the map because they like doing that. I like that theatrical part of it. It zooms out there and goes to a different land. It's all majestic. You know what I'm saying? like you're in an RPG. So we head to Edragon, the realm of Elven Smiths. As Elrond has traveled there to meet with Celebrimbor, and he's like a architect or a smith, a weaponsmith for the elves. Okay. Elrond admires Fëanor's hammer, and Celebrimbor talks about building a tower. It's basically a tower of power where they're gonna forge the rings. You know what I'm saying? So, but they don't have the forces within the elves to be able to build it. He want to build it by next summer. All right. Like, hold on, you want a rush job on a construction project and we ain't got enough people? Then Elrond gets the idea like, have you ever thought about looking for outside help? But basically he's talking about going to the dwarves and seeing if they'll help with this project. Now, Elrond got a homie that's an elf prince. He's the prince of the kingdom called Durin. So he's just thinking, all right, we're going to roll up on Durin. He my homie. He going to welcome us with open arms. You know what I'm saying? Roll out the carpet, and then we're going to chop it up, and boom, they're going to help us. All right. So they get to the door of the elfin world, and Elrond is denied access. You know, he tried to make it all regal, yo, Elrond such and such of the house of Elven and whatever, and they was like, nah, gone, man. You ain't welcome here, partner. Gone. So he basically issues a challenge to Prince Durin, so they have to let him in then. And he tells his fellow elf brother that, like, hey, let me handle this. Give me a couple days. You know what I'm saying? I got this. So the guards escort him inside. You know what I'm saying? And basically what he did was, hold on. Yeah, basically what he did, he invoked some like test of endurance towards Prince Durin. So of course he had to accept. So they brought him to a room where there were two huge boulders and some hammers. The prince come in, he tried to exchange Elrond tried to exchange pleasantries with the prince. Prince wasn't trying to hear that. He was so you would invoke the right of endurance, huh? The test of endurance. All right, let's get it. He's like, all right, if you win, I'll hear you out. If you don't win, you're banished from all dwarf lands forever. You with it? I'm with it. So they start busting rocks with huge hammer. Of course, Elrond loses. He ain't got the stamina of a dwarf. So he loses. The king about to kick him out. So they get to talking. He's like, yo, I don't know why you mad at me, dog. But whatever it is, you know, just chop it up. What is it? It's like, dog, you ain't come to my wedding. You know what I'm saying? Dog, you ain't even see the birth of my two kids. Like, what's up, dog? You show up 20 years later thinking everything's Gucci. I done had a whole other life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't realize. He's like, yeah, you an elf. So y'all age, you know what I'm saying? 20 years might not seem something to you, but that's half a lifetime for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a whole bunch of, I ain't even the same person than when I last seen you, dog. And you coming up here ask for favors? Come on, man, miss me with that. So, you know, everyone trying to be smooth. He like, you know what? You right. Let me apologize to your family for being distant from you. So he falls for it. He talks with the wife. The wife's like, you stand to eat. They, you know, smooth it over. Boom, bam, boom. You know what I'm saying? They become friends. He tell them, look, we need your help with this project. We hope you guys can help. I'm going to be off. Deuces. Let me know. Hit me on the cell. All right, so that's the end of that. All right. Let's see. So back in the forest, Nori's taking care of the stranger who, fell out the sky. Who I think is Gandalf, but ain't Gandalf the Grey. But that ain't been proven yet. But he wakes up, you know what I'm saying, startled because he don't know where the hell he's at. He just see this little hobbit or little Harfoot in front of him, so he yells, scares her. She's like, look, chill, bro. I'm here to help you. See, I got some food. She brought some snails. Like, yo, here's some food. She plucked one out, show him. Hey, eat. So he takes up the whole bag of snails and start eating them, shell and all. So she's like, all right, dude, savage. All right, cool, but at least he eat. So she's trying to get to know him and trying to get him to talk to see if he can tell her where he's from. All right. Then they flash back to the sea where Galadriel got saved by some people on a broken boat, on a makeshift boat. And you got this dude named Halbrand with a couple more people on, like, they done tied some like shipwreck together to make a peacemaker boat. And then they brought her on board or whatever. It's like, we're not gonna leave her out in the sea. Come on, bring her on board. And they saw she was an elf. They was like, oh no, she gonna be bad luck. Toss her ass back in the ocean. All right. So they were like, did you see it? I was like, what are you talking about? It, the worm. So they look and they think a ship is coming. But basically, this huge sea monster they call a worm was coming towards them like on some jaw shit. And it had like their sail or their boat in its like spikes. So it's kind of like Godzilla sea monster, whatever. So it comes over, wrecks the boat. The dude Halbrand, he untied his part of the boat, pushed them dudes off with, well, basically they were bigger bait. As he pedaled off, the monster ate the majority of the people. He got away, and Galadriel, she got pushed off the boat because she was janky. She swam away. So those are only two people that survived the worm attack. All right. He brings her back on his little boat. She's like, damn, you just threw your partners to B8. He's like, she was better than me, shorty. Basically, like, better than me. You still ain't answer my question. You a deserter, aren't you? She's like, don't worry about all that. And he said, why, you mad at me or something? You mad at elves? You got a problem with us? Nah, man, I ain't got no problem with you. You ain't the one that destroyed my home. The orcs did. She's like, the orcs. So, of course, her ears perked up, pun intended, because, she hunting Sauron. So, where orcs are, there's Sauron. So, she's like, yo, where you from, doc? And that don't matter. So, he finally told her he's from Southland. He's like, man, you going to lead me where your people's was so I can go hunt down the enemy that has harmed us both. All right? He's like, dude, I don't want no parts of that, dog. I'm just trying to get away from this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to fool with it. So, you know what I'm saying? She get mad, whatever. Then the storm come, and they got to fight the storm. She about to drown. He goes on the water, saves her, instead of, just trying to save himself. So he saved her. All right. Let's see. They flash back to Bronwyn. She finally made it back to her town. Went in the bar and was like, yo, we need to dip, man. Something going on. Like, these neighboring towns is getting burnt up. Ain't no sign of people, and there's tunnels underneath. So something is going on. We need to get the hell on. Barkeep like, man, stop with them rumors, dog. You gonna start a commotion. You ain't got no proof. Get the hell on, man. I ain't trying to hear that. But she goes back home, and her son, she's on her way home, but her son was at home, and he was messing with the fire with the fireplace poker, and he heard a little railing underneath the floor, so he thought it was rats. He's beating it, trying to scare the rats away, and then he beat a little hole in the wooden floor. And he looked at it, and then he said orc. I look at him. He got startled, so he ran. Now, Brungwyn walks into the house. Son is hiding in a little ass cupboard. You know what I'm saying? Like, shh, run, mom, run. Oh yeah, her son named Theo. So Theo like tell him like, run, mom, run. So she was calling for him. So the orc heard her, and you can hear the orc running in the joint, like running in the tunnel trying to come up. So she runs, hides in the closet, jumps up, and then it's looking around, look through her shit and eating her food and stuff like that. And then it comes over to the thing and snatches her out. Okay. Of course he heard her breathing or whatever. Snatches her out. Little boy distracted. Throw the knife in his bag. They fight it. They eventually kill it. And then bring the head to the barkeeper. All right, this proof enough, motherfucker? All right, everybody, we need to ride out, dog. Because the evil is back. We need to go. Meanwhile, Arondir, he's in the tunnels. And he hears, the orcs. Smells them and see the shadows. So he tried to dip. Jumps in the water, swims, comes out of the water, and then he hides and they capture him. Okay, so he gets captured by the orcs. All right. Let's see. All right. Then Prince Durin goes speaks with his dad, King Durin the Third. So he's the fourth. The king is the third. Speak with him, and they're talking like, "Yo, you think that your elf friend know?" Nah, he don't know nothing, Dad. He cool. He don't know nothing. But he asked her to do something, and I trust him. The king don't trust no elves, so he's like, "All right, whatever. We'll see how it play out." Then they go to this chest and they open it, and it's kind of like Pulp Fiction style. They don't show what's in the contents inside the chest, but a light shines on their face, kind of like in Pulp Fiction when they open the suitcase and then the bright orange light shine on them. It was like a blue light shining on their face. All right, so they got a secret, and they done made something. Maybe they done made a ring or whatever. We'll see. But they made something that they want to keep from the elves. All right. Oh yeah. All right. So they go back to the town where Bronwyn and her son Theo is about to leave. They don't convince the people to leave, and the son packing up all the stuff, but then pulls out Sauron's sword. And then from fighting that orc, his arm was bleeding, and then his blood went from his wrist up his hand into the sword. Then the sword started, activating, turn to fire and smoke, and shit started to grow. And then his mama called him. It's like, "Are you ready to go? You packed up? You packed your shit? You ready? All right, let's bounce." So he wraps it up. Now she didn't see the sword. She was outside calling for him to come. He was inside. He wrapped up the sword, put it in his backpack. Boom, gone. And then the show ends with, after the storm, a boat finds them and someone's like reaching out to get them off the shipwreck. And then that was the end of the show. End of credits. I watched most over half of episode 3, but I'll get that out later. My anniversary is in 2 minutes. So I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Appreciate y'all watching. And as always, peace up, A-Town down. I see y'all in the next video. We'll holla. Deuces.